No, I never want to see 10k olive oil again. All I know is that there's a Byzantine mirror that is not going to feel like one. We've got Filisberto going up against Wham. Now, the reason this is not going to feel like a mirror, folks, is because Filisberto doesn't play your meta Byzantines. This man is on a mission to prove me and many people wrong that Cistern the First Hill is good. He's on a mission to prove that Cataphracts are actually of some worth. I personally think he's delusional in this mission, but I respect him all the same. You know, like when someone tells you that there are aliens monitoring all of our frequencies and they are tracked into our brain patterns, and their eyes flickering, and you like don't argue with them because you're worried they might have a gun. That's how I feel with Filisberto and his Byzantines. You don't argue with it. You nod your head. You agree. And then when he's not here, you say very loudly it doesn't work. And he's not here right now. So really important to emphasize. Cataphracts, very much in need of a buff. Cistern the First still very much in need of a buff. Let's see if Filisberto stays true to his guns and is going to keep doing that. I like that I said stay true to his guns, and I look across and just see that's fitting since he's American. Jesus Christ. Anyway, Puppy Paw Fam, aka Wham, is definitely one of the best Byzantine players in the game right now. I think him and Puppy Paw have got this down to an art. Other players up there right now that really impressed me is Dumu. I think he's on point with his Byzantines. Beastie is definitely leveling up at the moment. I think that right now, if I had to frame a few players as like my go-to, I think Puppy Paw is the #1, right? And by extension, you expect Wham to be up there with him, considering they spend most of their time practicing with each other. Looking at the spawns as well, it's going to be a very important detail actually in these type of mirror matchups. This is a really weird spawn for Wham. Pink doesn't have great berry spawns. That's really important in this matchup, actually. He is already going onto the mill, though, which suggests that we're looking at Hippodrome. The weird part is that for a guy who... Yeah, what? So he's going to go for Imperial Hippodrome himself, but he doesn't go for the berries early on. This is interesting. This is going to allow Filisberto to be ahead on cav count, but it also means he's going to be behind on his mercenaries. So Wham is now going to take the role of defender in this matchup and look for it slip up out of Philly. I do worry that this spawn is too good for Filisberto, though. He has his back berries as well, but his secondary is really safe. He could even think about just walling this off to stop a full rotation, and it's worthwhile. Right? This backside, also very wallable. You could say similar of Wham, but I just feel like he doesn't get as much value. Like, this wall is going to feel very weird. And also, the way you'd have to wall, let's say Archer's coming, you're going to die. So it's a slight advantage there for Philly, for sure. Both of them got 4 berries, so that doesn't really matter much. The other thing that's quite important here are the golden stone spawns. There's a lot more defensive options available to Philly in this game. Talking about the resource like he's going to touch on this. Turtle Haven? I mean, what? If you're playing Byzantines and you're not playing olive or berries, you're high. I don't care how much of a turtle you are. I don't care if you have the TMNT theme song on repeat 24 hours a day. Are you really going to sit here and tell me you would give up a 50% olive drop-off in favor of a 20% where you have to buy the farms? You know what? That's fine. We can team game together. We'll both play Byzantines. I'll take the resources. So Hippodrome coming out. Let's hit the speed up a little bit because it is, of course, going to be the opening of the Horseman. Presumably. There's no way Filisberto does that fast castle mode, right? I hope not. I think fast castling in a Byzantine mirror naked is a bit of a throw. You would need to set up outposts at least. Philly has got a decent amount of people on wood, but this should be to drop the rats for Limitane. That's kind of interesting, actually. Is Philly going to go Western contract here? Usually I'd recommend javelins, but if you're playing more defensive, you can lean into Lombo, Limitane, Horseman. I just feel like it's kind of giving away the game to play defensive in a Hippodrome mirror. Did you ever just age up and sell your olive oil? Because sometimes I do. Yeah, I've seen a player do that. I don't want to shame him, but he was also from America, and that's how he went out of a tournament. I think some people who watch this channel regularly might recall the Fast Castle olive oil selling System the First Hill Cataphract game on Coastal Cliffs. Didn't end well. That was against the Delhi, I believe it was. It's an interesting idea. I just don't think it's something you want to be doing here. I guess maybe, like, okay, now I don't even want to justify it, but realistically, like, if you go Cata with the gulps, if you go Cistern the first heal in this matchup and it's just Cav on Cav, Cata could kind of work, but I wouldn't expect it. Instead, it is indeed going to be the Eastern Mercenary contract, so we have some presence here. Puppy Paw, this is a telling moment. If he goes for the Western, yeah, so this is important. He can't attack now. Western is fully defensive, so Puppy Paw's win condition, or sorry, Wham's win condition rather, is Castle Age. Philly could try to end this earlier, but I think what's going to happen here is we're going to see Castle Rush into Cata plus Keshix. Pink's comp is about to look really bad. I dislike the fact they went Lombos. I think they should have waited until they saw the enemy unit type, because if you were going Lombos anyway, you were choosing a more defensive path. Right, like, I don't see a world in which Pink walks these Lombos across the map. He'll die. They're so easily pickable. In fact, he should be really paranoid about the fact he hasn't seen any units yet. Maybe he thinks that he can block the fast castle timing, but I'm a bit skeptical. Nice raid in here. We'll find a single villager for his troubles. However, I feel like you've got enough off of this. Purple should just shift onto the Jeep now to get castle. One annoying thing about being up against these horsemen that does play to Pink's favor is that you can roam with these guys, right? Like, Cataphracts can't chase you. Keshix can't chase you. The negative is really still in the longbow detail, though. Like, if you want to play chase, if you want to play hunt now, longbows don't do that for you. Philly, nice walls. Yeah, so options have been stripped away. Gold can't be stopped, and that's really important because remember, these Cataphracts are not cheap. 150 gold, 180 food. Sheep count currently is sitting at 9 remaining compared to 13. 9's good enough here, though, with this fast castle build. It is, of course, going to be the system the first heal because his name is Philisberto. Straight out of Philly, and I guess somewhere in Philly they have a hill. I can't think of any other reason why he keeps building this landmark. So, Gulpers are on the way. It's definitely 100% Cataphracts. I don't think that Pink scouted that either. This is worrisome. He needs to get spears right now. In fact, he needed spears earlier than this. I think the moment you saw the Keshix came out, Rax dropped Limitani on the way. Possibly even earlier. This is the thing about what Pink has done here. If you want to do this build, you have to be 1-1-1. You can't be 1-1. Right? You can't just do Cav plus Lombos. Blacksmith is going to go up. Longbow's not quite able to get that kill. And this is going to be a rush towards Undermesh. Right? Just to make sure Longbows do 1 damage at all times. Because remember, Longbows start with 1 higher base damage than standard archers. Wrap around the backside, but Philly's done the right thing here, actually. He gathered a lot of gold initially, so he should have enough for double Cataphract. And double Cataphract with Triumph should be enough to get out of here. Meantime, Keshix. Oh, boy. Yeah, Outpost is on the way. However, if he dives towards the gold now, this is going to be too slow from Pink. Does he know about it? He has definitely scouted this area, so he should understand where the gold is. Because either way, your opponent's going to be gold, whether he's going Castle Age or whether he's going all in, because he needs Blacksmith decks. Philly, he's going way too wide for my liking. Rearing in now. Outpost is not complete. Villagers are going to need to rush it, but I don't think they can rush it quick enough here. Philisberto has been given a freebie. Double Keshik will clean this up. Right around the back in the meantime, but there you go. Nice cancel out. And all of a sudden, now an awkward situation for Pink. You can afford the Undermesh, you can afford the Steeled Arrow, you cannot afford much more. Limitane are now at least on the way. Keshik should be able to get the tower. One final torch would do it. He's going to go. Oh my god. Any gulpers in chat? This is a cartoon gulp right now, coming out from Pink. Oh, I don't know what I do against this. Fails to get the second gulp out there. That was a bit of a fummer. I don't... He had extras, right? I'm pretty sure he should have extra gulps. He's using on the Caddis instead. Okay, but yeah, with the Limitane now gone, these Lombos are dead. That's really important because Philisberto doesn't have good gold access, so he needs these skills. It should be a trample now towards these targets. Not the best micro out of Philly. He should not be losing villagers like this. That was a big mistake. Definitely think that Philisberto's micro has been off here. He shouldn't have lost the Keshix the way he did. He definitely shouldn't have lost the villagers. He's now going to clear up the Lombos. In the meantime, love this out of Wham. Heads into the main. Unfortunately, just enough villagers here to start garrisoning. The rest might be in trouble. Needs to activate the Akratoy. And it's going to be Shivs out. Triumph versus Akratoy. Who would win? Oh my god! I think that's pretty convincing. Triumph wins. Luckily, the Cataphracts are here. And for some reason, Philisboto has still not used Triumph at all. He's saving up for the big one. Kada's now marching across as well. I can't believe this is working. Wham is starting to save up though. If he can just get into Castle Age, this should be a GG. Oh man, he's activated. Wait, what? Oh my god, he's got the main fight. He's got the gulp as well. Wait, what? This should not work. If he just gulps... Is he out of charges right now? Oh my god, he's out of charges. He tries to walk it away. Not going to work out here. So the Cataphract needs some assistance. Emphasis on the ass, because that's getting spanked right now. Horsemen are going to lose out, though. I can't believe this. Oh, the gulp was on cooldown, unfortunately. He'd already used it once, so he peeled away a little bit too late there. This one is gulping for glory, though. He chugs up and goes in. Limitane are just not working here. Wait, can Pink tech up? Because if this trickle of Cataphracts doesn't stop now, you're going to have to keep building Limitane that die one by one. Pabipour needs a second Rax. Also, keep in mind over time, Keshik's going to get added in, right? There's a little bit of olive oil going into the bank here. So it's not just the Katas, it's also going to be the Keshiks. Colt gets activated again. Oh my god. The Limitane are going to lose this. And once they do, Trample's available. Micro away. Needs to get down to mesh level 2. Oh, nice snipe. I think that's the negative I'd give to Philisboto right now. He needs more gold gathering. He actually needs level 2. Horseman not really able to do enough on the flanks either. Rax now coming in, so Limitane are going to guard at home while the Cataphracts continue on. Nobody going for relics, right? Like, remember, this is double Hippodrome build, so there's no smooth transition there. This is kind of like having the Abbey of Kings effect on the go in a weird way. It's very weird. But he has got a flask. Wait, Philly? Like... So here's the thing. For all that Philisboto flexes and says about this build, you're starting to see the flaws of it. I think Philisboto will admit he's probably not the most micro-intensive guy. His micro historically is focused on queuing up traders and building villages out of Mongol TCs. But if he's struggling to keep track and use the flask, because there was definitely a flask available on that guy, right? Like, it was off cooldown. If he's just not tracking this, think about like how optimal this could potentially be if he's not throwing away half his Cataphracts. Because he's throwing them away, right? Like, they are unnecessarily dying a lot of the time. And for all of his efforts, for all of his flex, like, he is now behind in economy. Yeah, so... Oh, no! He didn't know about the wall. I'm starting to lose faith in this build a bit, folks. The Golpers have been activated again. He needs to trample through, by the way. Like, this is where you trample. You want to go past the Limitane to body block the retreat. It's really bad when they want to attack you, but when they want to run away, it's really good. Triumph is going to be activated again. I mean, this needed to happen sooner, to be honest. I'm not sure it's working anymore. Wham's about to go for Castle Age. And Philly has no side play. The Monastery is now only coming. This is really slow. And your opponent still has Horsemen out and about. Lombo count is also getting scary. We're going up to 18. That's spooky. Although your damage is being reduced pretty heavily, keep in mind when the veterancy comes in, Philly can't really do anything to offset that. It's actually crazy as well. I think Philly made a really big mistake not getting wedge rivets quite quickly here. He would have had quite a few of these Cataphracts left over if he'd microed them out a bit quicker. If you got paranoid, right? Like, the mindset of Philly here was like, if he gets too many Limitane, it's GG. So he kept fighting to stop that Limitane count going up. The problem of fighting that way is the reason Limitane count is going up is because of the economy, not because of the racks, right? Like, it needs the racks to do it, but it's that classic, would you like to fight the giant robot, or would you like to pull the plug that it's plugged into? Which is easier, right? Pulling the plug is much easier. When you've been playing through Fallout recently, do you attack the turrets, or do you hack the station and turn them off? Let's be totally real. No one tries to figure out those word games. You kill the turrets. But in most cases, you know, the logical way, if you're in real life, you wouldn't want to fight it. You'd want to just hack. Try back to bed though. Raid on the flanks. Funnily enough, all of a sudden, it's the Keshiks that are doing the damage. And the chip damage is adding up, actually. Credit to him. Finally, he's starting to find a wallop. Cata count is up to 5. Puppy Paws fan needs some better walls. I don't think these are doing enough. We talked earlier about this wall over here. I was expecting there to be a V wall. And then if you had the V wall, completing over here is easily done, right? And then the deer are easily accessible. But instead, you have this kind of awkward game. The good news, at least, you've got some olive groves in, but so is Felisberto. So food-wise, he's starting to become sustainable. And because you're reacting instead of attacking, it means that Philly more easily plays pocket ecos. Because you've got no cav left on a Hippodrome build. I mean, Philly should actually be queuing up a lot of Keshiks right now. He's got almost 1,000. No, Philly, not again. This guy and his olive oil. Oh, you can tell us from Texas he's got way too much oil. This is absurd. He's doing it again. I mean, you just queue Keshiks, right? Maybe he's thinking Gulams because it is Mass Limitane. So Gulams kind of makes sense. But if you're raiding, go Keshiks. I just feel like he's holding oil for no reason. Saving for the elephant. No, I'm not going back there. I'm getting PTSDs just thinking about that game. Double outpost up there. Mangonel in placement coming in. Yeah, this is a bad spot to stand, guys. Really... Oh, no, dude. He's sniping the wrong tower. He's going to have to leave. Philly is going to lose the villages, though, so it's still a win in that regard. It's a lead. But Wham's not going to have a harder time burning this one down. Cata's going on the longbows. Trample through. Okay, beautifully done, but the pinch comes in just in time. Trying to go for glory. Trump has been activated, but it's going to be a short one, and the tower goes down. Felisberto not able to get the defense together. And I am puzzled right now. 6 Ghoulims would have defended this. This is unbelievable. This game's over. This was meant to be the game that convinced me that Cat has worked. And you know what? I'm going to give him credit. I'm actually, like, you guys cover your ears if you don't want to hear it. Katas didn't look too bad here. I actually think this game was lost in micro and macro. Wham's strategy looks like it should come through, but it's really hard to give a balanced call on this because Felisberto microed multiple times on the Cataphracts. You can't afford to do that. They're way too expensive. Think about your first few Knights as French. If you micro them and dive the TC and they die, it feels like you're just a mile behind. Then there's whatever's happening here, right? He's almost got enough for 3 contracts. In fact, he has, right? Because remember, Keshiks are 420. So, boom. Oh, sorry, 400. He could have had double Ghoulims ready for that fight, by the way, 100%. He just queued them up. This is too late. Longbow's now diving to the back. The good news is it's going to take a while, and he might be able to sneak out unnoticed here. This is going to be close, though. Oh, my God. Wham. Wait, are you... What? There's no way. He just got away with that. He sneaks out. Wham. He saw the deer. He sees the deer. He knows. Oh, no. Okay, this could be big right now. Felisberto, all of a sudden, on the run for his life with 1/3 of his economy, and no way he can stop running. That deer push gave him away. I feel so bad for him as well. Wham looked there and heard it. So he peels them off, keeps on hunting. In the meantime, the rest of the army is easily able to contest what Felisberto's got here. Oh my God. He's never going to get stopped running. Right? Like, there's no way. Wham's going to be like a dog with a bone. Even if he does manage to eventually stop running, it's going to take him like a minute and a half to get back. Yeah, never push deer when a Canadian's in the game. Do you know what it is? Canadians are just, like, these Canadians are just kind of integrated into deer everywhere. You know in Last of Us, the whole fungal thing, like if you touch a root or whatever, then the infected hear you everywhere. That's the Canadians with deer. They're like, oh, I felt that. Oh, and that's going to be it. What a massacre! All dead. I can't believe him caught him that quick. Philipsbo actually went back. This is over. This is done. There's no way back now. You know what, Philly? One of these days, you might convince me Cata, Cistern of the first hill's the way, but it is not today.